Hey folks, Papa Boris here, playing some more Bad North. What we're going to do here at the beginning of this video is upgrade my archers to elite archers, and I'm going to go ahead and give them these mines. I think it's fine. So mines, you can use them twice to start. You can upgrade them to get an extra use. I can't remember how many times you can get the extra use, but we'll keep it that way for now because we don't have the gold for anything else. And I'm going to be a little bit frisky. We're just going to send 3 squads to this checkpoint. We're going to send our best infantry and our 2 archers. So basically our 3 best squads, leaving our pikes and our veteran infantry to take out one of the solo islands. And I am doing all that just for 1 extra gold. There is an island that pikes can hold by themselves for the low price of letting 1 house on the ground blow up, but I'll try to save that gold. So let's see how this goes. It's actually a pretty good island, honestly, because there's just like 1 location here and 1 location here. There aren't these like weird twisting passageways or anything like that. What I'm gonna do is send my best archers here because I'm pretty sure they can solo that boat. And then I'm gonna send my less good archers here because I'm pretty sure that just with the distance, I don't know if it was like me talking too much at the beginning of the video or what, but I just couldn't quite get to this boat. I'm gonna make sure I don't get stunned, and then everything is good. Okay, wow, the boat actually landed. I don't know if the archers took a casualty there or not. Looks like I can't replenish, which means, oh, it says at the top, ooh, that's cool, squad full. Okay, great. So now we have archers here, so we're gonna put the infantry up in front, take our archers on the hill behind. That should be an easy hold up. Okay, different strategy. We're gonna take our good archers and stick them over here, and we're gonna take our bad archers and actually just keep them over here. I'm gonna just let the infantry take care of these archers. I want to do as much shooting as possible. A little bit frisky with this brute, actually. Okay, yeah, we killed the brute. Now, if that had been like a boat with 5 brutes or something, or okay, it doesn't have to be that extreme. It could have been like 3 brutes. I might have wanted to like get the infantry over or something. Okay, here's our new enemy, the Huskarls. They're like the shield guys, except they have axes instead of, oh, I gotta get my infantry over here. They have axes instead of swords, and what they do when they engage you is they throw the axe. So they like start combat by throwing their axe, and that means that unlike the regular shield guys, they are not exactly countered by pikes because they'll just slaughter the pikes with their axe throws. You really need, quote unquote, I know some people do without somehow, but you really need infantry to deal with the axe throw. Even if, like, let's say you end up using pikes or whatever to kill them or archers to shoot them down, you need the infantry to block the axe throw or else they inflict pretty heavy casualties. Okay, so I'm hoping that these are still elite archers. They're still good. Yeah, that they're good enough to just take care of those small boats. They even sniped the archer over here. That's lovely. Okay, so we've got archers over there and archers. Okay, so I'm gonna send my less good archer squad over there. I believe they can take out 3 Huskarls. Yeah, even without the, you know, pushy ability. That was just a very small boat, and this is an elite squad. So that should be, I knew that was gonna be fine. All right, what do we have? We got 2 big boats. Just, are they all, is everything over here? Oh, this is lovely. Okay, great. So no archers, and the boats are coming in the same place. I don't think these boats are gonna land. Well, the boats will land. I don't think there will be any living souls on board when they land. I could be wrong about that. But yeah, it's just a bunch of basic boats. That was a really easy final wave. And there we go. Not as much gold as you'd think because the checkpoint building, though huge, does not actually grant any gold. When I first saw this, I was like, oh, is it gonna be like 5 gold? Like, no, it's 0 gold. All right, so we got Huskarls, and it's kind of weird. Again, I believe the brutes always come before the Huskarls. I could be wrong. Let me know if in your game you've seen the Huskarls or the Berserkers come before the brutes. But it's strange because those are way less threatening than the brutes. I mean, just letting me block with shields and calling it a day is really, really nice. All right, so now I have an interesting choice to make. Basically, I could just go back, of course, and get Kelsoy. I have one more turn before Kelsoy succumbs to the red wave. The reason that you might consider not doing Kelsoy here is that if you can make it over here to Bratton, then that's good because you get an extra commander here. Unfortunately, both of these commanders have no abilities, which is kind of sad. So, you know, I can either make them one of my final squad, but then just accept that my final squad's going to have commanders with no abilities in it, or I can like hold back upgrading them, which can present its own problems. But anyway, I want to get to the commander as soon as possible. And also, there's a weird kind of choke point here, Guer. You'll see, like, you have to pass through Guer to continue on with the map. So there is a temptation to go to like Pepperholm or Drangarnir and then grab this item down here, which is isolated. It's not connected to anything else. Yeah, I want to do this next turn. So my options are Pepperholm, which should be a very easy map. Let me actually see how many entrances there are. Okay, it's not actually. I was going to say maybe you could solo this with pikes, but you can't because enemies can land here and come up this way, or they can land on this separate stretch. There's a water barrier, but if they land over here, they come up this way. So you really do need 2 units. Even in fact, if you had 2 pikes, this would actually not be an auto win because like the pikes on this side wouldn't necessarily be able to stop the enemy from going up either way. So it's a bit of a tricky map. I could go there. My main concern is these are not elite infantry, so they would struggle against fighting the brutes. Let's take a look at what Drangarnir has to say for itself. So this has archers, which of course is more annoying, but notice that it's much better because up to the top there's only one path. I'm actually going to do this here. It's a little bit risky with the non-upgraded infantry. This is one of those things where I could try to like go to the island that I said I wanted to wait on, take it out because that's easy, and then on future levels I could use archers along with pikes, which allows me to shoot the brutes from the shore and have an easier time. Now here we have a really lucky start. If these boats were arriving at opposite ends of the island, I would immediately have a problem. However, here I just get to park the pikes here, and that's that. We'll just put the infantry there just in case the brutes try to slide through. I don't believe they would do that, but just in case. Okay, they might be, look, they actually might have been trying to do that. Okay, so this is where we were just gonna chase the archers down with infantry. I could use my charge, by the way, to kill the archers, but there's no need for that. Wow, these archers have some range. Goodness gracious, Ignatius. Okay, let's just wait for the boat. Oh my god, they killed a pike from over there. I know I've been playing this game a lot, but I was shocked by the range on those archers. I swear, they almost landed over that house and killed a pike. All right, we have a bit of a scary boat here. 4 brutes is pretty serious business. What I'm gonna do here is use my cooldown. I'm just hoping that I don't face anything more difficult than this, because this is a pretty aggressive number of boots. If these were, or brutes, if these were elite pikes, it'd be a bit of a different story. But notice even the veteran pikes, like the brutes are sometimes able to kind of like inch forward and make some headway. I'm waiting until all the brutes were on shore so that the pike charge got everything, because one of the drawbacks of pike charge, I think of the 3 abilities, it's the easiest one to use and the easiest one to like get mileage out of. But one of the drawbacks with it is that it causes the pikes to like move across. So if there's an enemy nearby that doesn't get pike charged, then it can immediately start murdering your pikes because the pikes can't attack while moving. I gotta say, this has been incredibly lucky. The brutes have all been landing in like the best possible places. If they landed just like simply right here, it would be an issue. I would need to have my veteran infantry engage with them to prevent them from blowing up the houses. And like if it was a boat of 4 brutes, these veteran infantry would have some issues. Okay, actually my pikes are starting to have issues. I might lose this. I don't know why the pikes were not able to hold that position. And a commander just died. Well, so I was talking about how lucky I was, but we're gonna have to restart the level. And I'm wondering if so I have a couple of different options. I'll try this one more time. So one of the things I could do is I could like go back to the map and take out that easy island, the one with just shield guys and no brutes. I could do that one and then just come back here later and do this with archers. The archers could rain arrows onto the brutes as the brutes approach, and even if they don't kill the brutes will arrive on shore damaged, and the pikes should have an easier time finishing them off. The reason I'm restarting this is that I think it is possible to beat it. I think that wave of brutes that came, something was off about the positioning, I guess, or the angle. So I am just gonna try to save my pike charge for that, because I don't think I strictly needed it for the group that came before. And we'll see how that goes. If that fails, then we are gonna go back and do the other island and then come back to this one with archers. Okay, so there's, oh yeah, so there's 4 brutes. I am starting to have doubts about my plan here because, I mean, if I couldn't hold the 4 brutes that landed there, I'm not sure why I think I can land the brutes that are gonna land here. 4 brutes is an awful lot of brutes. If like my infantry or like one of these units had like a weapon, like a bomb, or if I brought the mines in here, I might be in better shape. So I decided to try different positioning. My infantry are gonna take some casualties here, but they survived. I'm gonna replenish them, and then I'm gonna use the pike charge against these brutes. Why on earth is there a guy out here? That doesn't make any sense. I replenished, but there's the commander is still out here. Okay, I think it's a glitch. I don't think this is actually like a real thing. I don't get why I couldn't hold this group of 3 brutes last time, but we're gonna be very careful, wait for all of them to step on here, and I'm hoping that the pike charge can just push all 3 into the water. Okay, now we have a bit of a scary moment because we wait to see what happens while the infantry recharge in the small house. And it looks like they made it. Okay, so we got 4 brutes here. This is actually what I lost on. I don't know why. This seems like the kind of thing that the pikes should be able to hold. Let's take a look at what's happening here. Yeah, the brutes just make it up. Okay, I'm gonna send in the infantry to support. And then the pikes need to just run. 1 brute. I believe that the squad of infantry can handle it. Yeah, so I just wanted to run the pikes away to make sure that they didn't die. The commander didn't lose the entire squad. Okay, a bit of a scary island there, because it just happened to roll a lot of brutes. This would have actually been better if it rolled fewer brutes and more archers, because the infantry can easily chase down the archers. Very curious what's in Scroll Door. Unfortunately, we have an archer on Scroll Door, and we have a 4 enemy group on Sharp Rock. Yikes. Okay. So, what's the plan here? Well, we have to get Kalsoy. The question is, am I going to try to get that 1 extra gold? That would mean that I need to do something with 3. And I believe that if I just take both my archers here and my infantry, that I can handle this group of enemies. Although it may be smarter actually to grab Scroll Door, because that would allow me to then get Bratton next time and then like have that commander for the following round. Okay, so we're gonna go to Scroll Door and Kalsoy. Scroll Door, well, let's just keep it really simple. This should be an extremely easy fight, so I'm gonna take my crappy infantry and my pikes. Wait a minute, so I'm saying I'm gonna fight against brutes without pikes, eh? That's a bold life choice. Okay, another option is I could take infantry, pikes, and an archer, and then do infantry and archers for these shields. Aha, that makes sense. So we're gonna go here. We're gonna take our good infantry, our better archers, and then our still only veteran pikes, and then just our basic infantry. You know what? I'm gonna take my crappy infantry here because I don't actually think I'm gonna need them. I think between the pikes and the archers and the amazing layout here, we should be fine. There is only, oh no, there's 2. Oh, there's this, well, there's this weird little inlet, right? But unless a boat lands exactly there, enemies can't actually go up this way. So I believe that it's pretty good. Like pikes can either sit here, whoopsie, hold on. Pikes can sit here and block anybody landing over here, and they can sit here and block anybody landing over there. In fact, I can just put the pikes right here, and this boat full of basic guys is not an issue. I could have obviously also had the archers go over there and kill them, but it's just not even a problem. In fact, I'm glad I didn't, because like now the archers get a head start on this boat, and I don't even have to watch that over there. I know the pikes are just gonna completely murderate those guys. Okay, do I believe that this won't be a problem. Okay, I actually should probably start paying attention to the game here. Ah, I'm gonna lose some archers. I wonder, could the pikes have soloed this level? Oh no, because there are archers. I believe there are archers. The pikes are gonna handle those guys. So I'll send my archers over here because they're closer. I got a little bit cocky with 4 boats, I guess. Even this overpowered squad couldn't quite take out everything. But this time with the 2 boats, no problem. Might as well move the archers here. Have I lost a single pike? I have not lost a single pike. Okay, we got another bunch of boats. This starts happening later in the game, where the basic guys, it's just like huge numbers. Just tons and tons and tons of them. To make up for the fact that, of course, at this point they get murdered by archers, they get murdered by pikes, and they get murdered by your infantry. I mean, they just cannot really deal with anything. Man, the map layout is so good. I got cocky. Veteran pikes could not actually handle that group. They got overwhelmed. Okay. Is that a way that they can climb up? I actually can't tell. Hang on. If I tell you to go here, what do you do? Oh my god, that's actually a little channel up. Interesting. Okay, so I'm gonna put the pikes here. And I should retreat my infantry. And then the archers need to start heading back as well. Okay, so the brutes are damaged. The archers will still keep shooting as they try to climb up this choke point. The pikes should have no problem holding them off, especially with archer support. Okay, this is our first time seeing archers. So we'll do some shooting from high ground. Let's see, there's 1 archer. Are these brutes done yet? Okay, so I'm gonna put the pikes here. Oh no, that's my archers moving. I'm gonna put the pikes here. Infantry to back them up. And then we'll just see what happens. I'm hoping I don't need the infantry. I'm hoping that between the archers shooting from high ground and the pikes, that won't be an issue. Really nice map layout there. I mean, it was only 3 gold, so actually for 3 gold, that was, you know, it was a hard bunch of enemies. Just these guys kind of almost overwhelmed my pikes once. I do need to upgrade Mr. Felix, even though he's not going to be my final, unless of course I go really aggressive and upgrade one of these new commanders to pikes. This is sharp weapons. It's an ability that makes your attacks do more damage, but it reduces stun and knockback effects. I believe that that's bad on pikes, because a big part of what makes the pikes good is that they'll like poke enemies and the enemies fall back. If you poke an enemy and do more damage, but you don't actually knock it back, I think that's probably worse. I could be wrong about that, but I believe that that's going to be an issue. So I don't want, like, basically what I'm trying to say is I might just make one of these pikes for the hell of it. And then, you know, give it an item like the Warhorn. Hopefully your pikes aren't dying, but, you know, that way you can replenish your pikes if any of them do get injured as a kind of, like, failsafe in the final battle. There's also a bomb item, and I could give that to the pikes. And I can just accept the fact that they don't have some sort of a special ability. But right now we're going to have to go to Kelsoy. Let's not upgrade anything. Let's just head on over here. So I do have the Warhammer. I do have the mines. I have a feeling I'm not going to need either of those things, because if we are committed to saving this little house... Oh, wait. Is that a passage? Interesting. It doesn't matter. Like, pikes right here could still hold this island at the expense of this small house, of course, because this path from the bottom to the top doesn't change the fact that the enemy still has to climb up these steps to get to the top. I actually wouldn't be surprised if the archers more or less solo this. Remember that if there are fewer enemy types, there will be fewer enemies total. And unless there's some really crazy overwhelming number of shield guys, I suspect that my archers will just knock them all off the boats. Now, of course, it's a scary thing to bank on if you only have archers. Like if these infantry weren't there, you know, would I have lost? No, this squad would have been able to shoot down 1 shield guy. Now this, yeah, it's a little weird. Of course, I could also use mines. I could like shoot as much as I could, then like run back up and let the enemies get blown up. All right, got him at the last possible second. 2 shield guys made it there. I guess I didn't need my good infantry. I could have had the good infantry in the final battle, in the previous battle, and that would have been better. Okay, they're kind of shooting head on. I'm gonna back the archers up, and we're just gonna, for convenience, use the ground pound. Borp, off you go. And then I need to make sure after the boat lands that we bring the infantry this way so they don't get to charge the archers. And that was 4 gold on this map. Way easier than the previous. If you are playing a style of game where you're not trying to get every single island, you need to make choices about how much gold is in places, because like this was a stupid one to take. Oh, it was no option. You have to go through Scroll Door, which really sucked. Okay, so now I definitely want to get a new commander. And I have to be careful. What is the situation here? 17, you can see these faint lines. Okay, so next turn, Sharp Rock is getting obliterated. So yeah, it makes sense to get Bratton this time so that I get the commander to use for next time. And then I can, well, okay, ideally I would also get Guerre and find out who this new enemy is and also get my next commander after that. That would be the dream. The question is, do I really think I can take Guerre with 3? Because I'm gonna need 2 to take Bratton. Of course, we also have the option. Let's see what's going on here. Is there only one path up? Yeah, there's only one way up. So with no archers, pikes can take this. You know what? So we have basic militia still. This is completely useless against the brutes. I'm tempted to just put my pikes here and then hope to save this house, and if not, no big deal. And then I can send all 4 of my other commanders to take that bigger island. It's a little bit greedy to try to save this gold. I'm gonna try it. We'll try it. If we lose the gold, we lose the gold. I might, of course, you know, take the other fight on and realize, you know, even with all the enemy types and the weird island layout, I would have had no trouble saving it. But, and then of course I'll regret that I didn't, like, you know, send some infantry over here. Oh, you know what? I forgot. These pikes, they're still veteran. They just get overwhelmed by overly large numbers of the militia, of the basic enemies. Like right here, I'm not 100% confident this is gonna hold. Yeah, we lost a pike there. Okay, we have this. Okay, we're gonna need to sacrifice some of the local commander's troops here, because I can hold this and save the house, but I'm gonna lose more pikes. So we're gonna send these guys in right as the boat lands. I don't want them getting stunned, of course, but the confusion should help the pikes hold it. We're just gonna send them in and then run them back out. And now over here, oh my god, we have a lot of guys landing at once. Okay, this house, I think is gonna have to go. There is maybe one way to save this house, and that is if I use the pike's ability to push this brood into the water. And I have to wait for the brute to land, though. Hup. And then what I'm hoping is that I can stick the pikes there and they can get into position. Oh, the brute didn't die. Oh my god. All right, we have 4 brutes. I'm scared. I am legitimately scared about this situation. I'm not 100% sure these pikes can hold on to 4 brutes. So I might have to pay for my insolence here and restart this level, bringing in some archer support. I just don't think that I can hold this. I really probably wasted that cooldown. Well, we'll see what happens. Oh god. Pikes are getting murdered. My militia's dead. I mean, I'll run away just in case. Yeah, no, this is over. So we're gonna go ahead and restart level, and we're gonna bring in some support. So it's just gonna have to be that way. We'll bring in my, I guess, less good archers to help out with the pikes. And honestly, I really should just upgrade these pikes to elites, because we're starting to have some problems even against basic militia. Now here, I might need to use the mines, we'll see, because there is a really great spot to use mines here. I could just like lay a couple mines out. Thing with mines is you don't want to put them right where the boat lands. You want to put them where the enemies will be walking, because then the mines are much more effective at actually killing everything. But yeah, what this is kind of a confirmation of a wake-up call that I think I've already had, which is that the level 2 pikes are just not adequate for this stage of the game. So I'm going to need to upgrade them more if I want to keep using them. And even though this pike squad is not going to be among my final 4 commanders, I think the 20 gold is worth it just to make the game easier. And since I also don't play with the archer or infantry abilities, that's a lot of gold I'm not spending on my infantry and archer squads to upgrade their cooldowns. I just don't like the archer's volley. Not that it's bad, I'm just bad at using it. Like, I'll freely admit that it's a me problem 100% of the way. Okay, now here I have to think about what to do. I think what I'm gonna do is have my archers switch with my pikes, and we're gonna use the local militia as a shield for the archers. Okay, I think that worked. That seemed to work. Okay, so now we got this situation, except the difference is that I have my cooldown available now on my pikes. So I'm hoping to just charge these 4 brutes straight into the ocean. Yeah, it's the only boat that's coming. I guess the archers planking over some arrows is not gonna hurt either. Wait for them to get on land. It's a delicate balance because you don't want the lead to get too far off. Perfect. Okay, now we got this situation. Let me, just for the hell of it, I guess, use the mines. I'll stick it there. And then we'll stick one here. And then we'll just back up and see what happens. You want to make sure that none of your units are within a radius of 1 of any mines, because while your units don't trigger the mines, they will get damaged if the enemy triggers them and the mines explode. Notice I was able to move my pikes and have that be okay, even though pikes can't attack while moving because the enemy got stunned by the mine explosion, letting me move my pikes up without the enemy retaliating. All right, we got Turi here. So I have to consider, like, do I want Turi to be my final pike? You know, I could give it the war horn or wait to see what this is. Maybe it's a bomb and take that instead and just have them be the final thing. They're still better than Felix. And if I'm gonna have to upgrade some elite pikes, I'd rather it be this. You know what? Let's not do it now because right now they're tired, but I think that is actually gonna be my plan. Now, Egbert is my good one. Deirdre actually, well, okay, so I don't know yet if I'm gonna have 2 infantry or 1 in my final fight. If it's 2, then it could be Egbert and Deirdre. And if it's just, and then I would want to give Deirdre the war horn. This is most likely to be better for infantry squad than for a pike squad. But if I just have to decide to have 1 infantry, then I only want Egbert. And I don't really want to do this upgrade if I'm not gonna use 2 infantry in the final squad. Okay, what I'm saying is I am gonna try to take Guer here. Next turn, Pepperholm is not getting covered. See the 18? It's just this sharp rock that's gonna get covered along with already previously conquered Drangarnir. So we'll take the Guer, and I'm gonna be a little frisky. I am going to not upgrade Deirdre, even though maybe I should. So I'll just have both my infantry be at 1 and 2, and they'll try to remember archers are 3. Okay, so these new enemies, unless something grotesque has happened, and if those are brute longbows, I am going to be extremely angry. But those should be berserkers. So the berserkers are dual wielding enemies. They have no shield. You can slaughter them with archers from boats. So like in a sense, they are easier than like either the brutes or the huskarls, which came before them. But if they do get on land, they slaughter absolutely everything. They will just completely annihilate your pikes. They will annihilate your infantry. I guess to a lesser degree, the infantry can kind of hold the fort against them. Oh, here they are. So yeah, they die. They just get murdered on the boats, just like the level 1 basic enemies do. But if they get on land, you are in some serious trouble. So it's one of those things where you kind of get punished. If they're part of a team and their friends distract your squads and cause mayhem, and then you let them land on shore, then you're just in trouble. But this is like the easiest thing in the world, just murdering them with archers while they slowly sail over. The thing that makes these guys so dangerous is they do this little jump. They like jump in, and that's why they're so hard to deal with. Like pikes are not a counter because I was kind of slow moving my archers over to this. Pikes aren't a counter because the berserkers just like jump in and slaughter your pikes. And once one berserker gets in between all your pikes, it's just completely over. Ah, God, I keep thinking my archers are 2, but they are not. They are 3. Okay. My archers got stunned there. We got a bunch of berserkers. This is an awkward combo. We have berserkers coming over as well as some archers. So I'll position my infantry here and here to hopefully draw some archer fire. However, I am not super concerned if the archers shoot at my archers. I don't actually care about that too much. Oh God, is that berserker gonna land? Okay, because I mean I got the Ring of Command. I have like a bajillion extra units. This actually is kind of terrifying, honestly. Oh no, are those aren't berserkers. Those are basic guys. I was gonna say like, man, that looks like basic guy numbers of berserkers. But it's not, it's just basic guys. And my elite archers almost took out 2 whole boats of those basics before they could even land. All right, what do we have here? Do I see some archers? Yeah, that's fine. Again, we'll just post infantry here in case the... Hold up, what's over here? Is this a bunch of archers? This is actually a more threatening group of boats. There's more total guys. But luckily, Ring of Command elite archers are just a stupid squad. Where do I want to post them? Here. And we'll just stick infantry out in front to maybe draw some archer fire. Oh my God, we got berserkers about to land. Okay, well, luckily my archers got shockingly intelligent and they actually shot all the way across the bow at the berserkers who were landing. Otherwise, I think with just sheer numbers, I would have been okay, but it was a little bit scary. All right, everybody, thanks so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. Please like and or subscribe, and I'll see you again soon for some more hard difficulty Bad North. Take care, everyone.